me what you see when you look at me. Do you see another brother lost in these streets looking for his soul?
Trying to find my soul.
Or do you see another brother searching for lost souls in these streets? A street soldier.
Street soldier.
Here to help you get that chip off your shoulder, warm your colder days and sober your drunken ways, and find a way to help you get over these hurdles placed in our path. And this is not meant to amuse you. This is for all those who have questions but are afraid to ask.
I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. No. When times get hard, you lose your way. Open your mind and hear what I say.
This is a message for the hard and the soft. To those who tune in weekly and to those who keep an eye out for 8 p.m. on Sundays and turn their radios off. The truth hurts. The cloth has been pulled. We're walking around half dead. Use this show as your IV. Alive and free is a new movement. We've achieved self-destruction. A street soldier promotes self-improvement.
Streets couldn't be no colder, so I gotta be a soldier. It shouldn't be this hard for me. Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah. Streets couldn't be no colder, so I gotta be a soldier. It shouldn't be this hard for me. Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah.
And you know what I say, Ann? I say the best two jobs in the world, by far, the number one and number two jobs in the world are parent and teacher. And people will tell me, Dr. Marshall, what about a doctor? Yeah, I said doctor's great too, but somebody got to teach the doctor to be a doctor. So, and everybody knows if you had a good teacher, you had good parents in life, you were blessed. And everybody can remember that teacher along the way that was nice to them, because what I say, teaching is not a job, it's a calling. It's a calling. It's a calling. It's a calling. All right. Hello, Ann. Hello, Fillmore. Hello, Lady. Oh, no, Lady E. Hello, Matt. Whoop. No, Matt. All right. Oh, I guess half the crew is here. So we're gonna get it going. Mike, you good?
Yes. It's great. Awesome.
Aaron, you good? You don't have a mic, huh?
You don't have a mic.
You have to run back and forth.
I'm amazing. I just want to shout out Vallejo, California, because yesterday GVRD hosted this thing at Dan Foley Park for all the young kids, where we could go out and learn how to fish. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. Like, I want to, I just don't remember. I used to go to like Pacifica Pier and do all of that, but it's been many years. And so it was really cool because they provided all of the fishing poles. They taught us how to do the tie the knots, could do the bobbers, how to cast, and they filled the lake with rainbow trout. So it was just really a beautiful community experience. And the little kid sitting next to us caught a catfish, and it was about as big as my pinky, but he caught a fish nonetheless. And we were just like, woo! So I love it. I just thought it was great. And I'm really excited for this kind of next spring and summer to really get out and put those skills to use. So thank you, GVRD.
Evelyn had a good time. That's her daughter.
She was playing with worms, and I was like, oh, she could hook them this year, like she wasn't scared, like, oh, save the worms, because like she's just like so sweet. But but yeah, and then she was like, oh, let's take them home to the garden, and I was like, no worms in the car, please. But it's okay. we had a ball.
Did y'all play with worms when you were little? It's 1 yes and 3 no's. Yeah, I did the worm thing. Yeah. For a minute, not too long. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got a little news. Mike, you been watching any NCAA tournament? Either one of them, men's, women's? A little bit?
I failed myself.
Okay.
I've been busy.
Yeah. Well,
I haven't watched any.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Round of 16 is coming up. You're down to the Final Four. I'm sure you'll
SMU not in it. I know that.
No.
They got
no. I mean, if you have your favorites on the men's side, Duke, Arizona, they still there. I'm a big women's. I like the women's tournament a lot. UConn, but LSU destroyed somebody today. Oh man, Flo J. Johnson. You ever heard of Flo J? Flo J. Went that's it. Oh, Flo J. Johnson went crazy today for LSU. I mean,
She could play.
she can play. She can play. She can play. She can play. She can play. All right. All right. A little bit of news. Let's do the ugly news first. So, Ann, are you planning to take a
Vacation?
no a plane trip anywhere soon?
No. Me and my car, even with the gas, I just feel much safer in the car.
Because you know that the GHS funding has expired, and well, Trump is apparently sending ICE agents to the airports
That's
to,
scary.
to help out the what is it TSA? The TSA. And I have TSA, but if Trump is sending ICE agents, I'm driving. Anyway, it's we'll get with Trump. It's hard to do stories on Trump. The price of gas. Has anybody? What's the highest price you've seen? Anybody so far?
$6.25
$6.25.
on Sickles admission,
Ooh,
to be exact, at Arco.
$6.25.
Almost.
Alright.
I made a U-turn. I said, I'm going to Costco. I'm gonna make it.
Huh.
I got 50 miles. I'm gonna make it.
You do Safeway, is yours up?
Oh, every day I watched it go up 10 cents, 10 cents. It was just, we're at $5.49 right now in Vallejo in California, Safeway right there off of Georgia. So I got an electric scooter. So I guess I'm like, I don't know.
So I saw one online. It was $7.19. $7.19, and I'm assuming it didn't say where it was. I'm assuming it's in California because we got all the excise taxes and everything. $7.19, but according to he ain't my president. I don't know. So, but anyway, that man, he says I don't have any concerns about it. If they rise, they rise. If they rise, they rise. Now, there was a sideline reporter years ago named Michelle Tafoya. I used to watch him on the NFL, right? NFL. And she's now running for, I don't know if it's Congress or the Senate in Minnesota. And she says, she's running as a Republican candidate. She says, what's the problem? You just have to take one less trip to Starbucks.
Wow.
Can you believe somebody say that? Can you just want, okay.
With the food, the gas, PG&E, no.
I'm not going to even say that. Of course, this man promised to lower everything, but can't do that. Now, I will also say that the second No Kings Day protest is coming up soon. I didn't get the exact date. It's coming up soon, and there's going to be millions of people out there. There are a lot of people last time, but in light of this war, and I will say his war because nobody else approved it but him, there's probably going to be a lot of folks out there. A lot of folks out there protesting. All right, that's what I got. I think the Soul had a couple of news items. What's up, Soul? Good to see you, my brother.
What's up, Doc? What's up, family in the studio?
What's up?
What's up, y'all?
The one and only Malcolm Marshall, or
Yeah.
they chip off the old block.
Sad week this week.
Yeah.
Sad. I still ain't recovered. Still sad that the whole thing with Cesar Chavez and Dolores Huerta, it just hurts on a lot of levels. So I'm just feeling it. I know y'all are feeling it too. It just hurts.
Yeah, and it's swift. They cutting his name, Cesar Chavez's name, out of everything, just like that.
I already seen that couple of missions go down.
Yeah, there are seismic allegations that Cesar Chavez abused the young girl, and including fellow labor movement Dolores Huerta, who has a whole lot of love in her own right. So yeah, it's free. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's just sad, like I said, on multiple levels. And now you see this, there's the personal toll, obviously.
Yes.
There's Dolores, there's the children, all that stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna just push that to the side, but there's just, the movement and what it means. For me, it just brings up so much. One thing I've been thinking about since Wednesday is, leaders and heroes, and
yeah,
move, and is the movement a person or is it all of us? And all those questions. And it seems like we're dealing with all that stuff right now, because we know movements aren't one person.
Nope.
Um,
But they
they're
become symbols of the movement.
That's right.
They become symbols. And boy, this is woof. Yeah, so Cesar Chavez Avenue is going back to Army Street, I'm sure.
That's
It's always been Army Streets.
Well, they're naming after Dolores, so they're naming, because the farm workers movement is so important. You want to keep that
yes.
spirit there, right? It was amazing, like a civil rights movement.
And hopefully there is some, the movement will become stronger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But this week has been sad.
Yeah. And you have unearthed, sir, the true story behind Michael B. Jordan's viral In-N-Out burger stop after he won the.
Oh, I know the true story already. He was hungry. That's the true story. He wanted, what I mean? Yeah, he wanted some animal style. He wanted that double. That's the truth.
The images didn't look real, according to the article here from The Root. Michael B. Jordan still dressed in that brother could dress in his Louis Vuitton.
He was clean.
The pocket chain. That's him. He could do that. My son can do all that. He can do the pocket chain, the pocket square. I mean, he way better than me. I mean, he got the spats going. He got the hat. I'm like, he must have got it from Granddad and then skipped over me and went down to him. But he got the style. All right. Diners, cheered and pulled out their phones while Jordan signed the autograph. Still, I just can't believe he did that. Right? All right. And he sat down with a burger, fries, and a drink with a second burger on his tray. And y'all like In-N-Out? Anybody like In-N-Out? I love In-N-Out. I mean, it could be me and Michael. I mean, next time, right?
Hey, it depends how late we talking.
With his golden Oscar beside him. All right, before heading to the Vanity Fair Oscar party. That is just every time I see it, I'm just like, that's a cool brother. That's a cool brother. As is Ryan Coogler.
Oh yeah,
both cool. All right, we are ready for tonight's show. Third week, right? Third show of Women's History Month. Right, third show of Women's History Month. I think I got it written down somewhere. And we have back in the studio with us the one and only. And I can say you can't say one and only about a lot of people and a lot of groups, but the one and only Freedom Braiders. The Freedom Braiders are back. The Freedom Braiders are back. And did you see Joanna's hoodie?
You know what?
Yeah.
Say in case you want to see the Freedom Braider sweater right now, you can head on over to YouTube at Stay Alive and Free.
Oh, I need to get a hoodie. I need a new hoodie.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I got some hoodies.
Those are nice. And everybody know I collect hoodies. Not everybody know, but people who are close to me know.
Yes.
I collect hoodies. Right.
Yes, you do.
Movement
Only reason,
Oakland, California, Movement Inc. Shout out to them for hooking us up.
Those are really nice.
Yeah.
And breaking the chains. Absolutely.
Breaking the chains.
Right. All right. I'm gonna give the little blurb I have on you, but of course it's not adequate, so I'm gonna turn it over to you. We profile the Freedom Braiders, a program that teaches incarcerated women the art of braiding hair to foster healing and self-confidence. Our guests in the studio are Joanna Hernandeaz, Tatiana Hernandeaz, Tanzania, is that right? Tanzania. I don't want to say Tanzania already, but I can't do it because I saw the K. Carter, and I didn't know you were coming, so I didn't put the name on this part of the list. So that's right. So this is what your third or fourth time on the show. It's perfect. It's Women's History Month, and the first time I had you was I do this thing because the news is so crazy, and I have to balance stuff. And I say good people doing good things, and there's nobody I can think of, who fits that better than you and the Freedom Braiders. So I always assume the people listening for the first time Because if they heard it before, they haven't forgotten who you are. But go ahead, let everybody know who the Freedom Braiders are and what you do.
All right. Freedom Braiders, we've been in existence now for 1 year. We celebrated our 1 year anniversary.
That's all?
Yeah.
It's a lot in a year.
Dang.
No, we've
Like a
done a
year.
lot
Look at
in
that.
1 year. Yes. Freedom Braiders started out last year with a thought to, with my daughter and I, to do something different and bringing in services into San Francisco County Jail. The jail put out a call out that they wanted to do something different for the women. We started off with doing 1 day workshop to talk about braiding and doing a showcase. And 1 day workshop turned into 15 weeks in San Francisco County Jail and serving the women. And what we do is we go inside the jails and teach women how to stay alive and free. Teaching them, took a lot of the trainings that I received back in the day from the Alive and Free training, and collaborated with master braiders throughout San Francisco and the Bay Area to bring them in to heal through the braids. So we do the teaching them that friends would never lead you to danger, and then we cry and we heal about that. We stretch out, and then I say, "Come on, braiders," and then the braiders come in and we teach them. They teach them how to braid, and they start healing through braids. So far, we have been inside San Francisco County Jail. We've done 2 cohorts there, and we've done 2 cohorts in Santa Rita County Jail, and we just got invited to teach inside San Mateo County Jail.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, you sprung out on me.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we will be in San Mateo County Jail starting in late April.
San Mateo.
San Mateo County.
Oh,
One of the hardest counties to get into, but we got in. So shout out to San Mateo County Sheriff's Office for inviting us to be part of their facility.
Yeah. I want to talk about that, the whole process of getting in the first place but again, for folks who don't know, you have a hair braiding barber background, right? So just you and her and just, yeah.
So, I mean, so my what I do, and then shout out to my employer, San Francisco Pretrial, as the Director of Strategic Partnership, have allowed us to do something different. And our goal is to keep people out of jail and providing them with services. And, you know, my CEO is just wanting to, who is a very good partner of the sheriff, you know, has allowed me to be creative. My family, my daughter Tati is a barber. My son's a barber. My husband's a barber. And they would, you know, Tati would take me to all these barber shows. And I'm like, you know, we got to do something, like we got to incorporate community in this, you know. And so she's always been in the community giving out free haircuts and doing things like that. But when they did a call out for the women, we just did a post on Instagram. And through, you know, us owning our own family-owned barbershop in Pittsburgh, A1 Barbershop, let's take what we already have and incorporate it and doing something good and providing some social justice into it. And like I said, that, you know, the Sheriff's Department in San Francisco has a way of wheeling you in. Like you know how you threw that fish, that pole out there? They have a way of kind of casting you back. And shout out to Allie Riker, who's the director over there, who was like, "Come on, you know you can do some programming in here." I said, "Yes, Allie." And like I said, it's become, you know, it was natural. I mean, the sheriff's one of his plan through his strategic plan that he has is more vocational training, right? And I think that right now in the climate that we're in, and with the mayor that's now is here, is one of the things that they've been, you know, trying to do is creating more opportunities for people to stay out. And so we built our program on breaking the cycles of economically driven crimes. So we want to make sure that people learn a skill that all you need is some gel and a comb, and they can stay alive and free. You know, busting 2 braids, Miss T can tell you that's what. How much is that, Miss T? What's 2 braids? So it'll give you $50 to get you 2 braids, you know. So I think
Wait.
Yeah.
2 braids.
2 braids. How much? $50 to $100.
When you say 2 braids, what is like
2 braids, like, you know, they braid your hair down. And I think they even charge more.
Like 1 big 2 braids?
Yeah, 1 big 2 braids.
Not
if you
one
want to add some hair,
braids.
it's gonna be a little bit more.
Oh, whoa.
So,
So then a whole lot of little braids.
would be a lot more money.
Yeah, you know, can see it. See, I didn't have no, my hair's never been braided. And now there is no hair to braid. So yeah, I've heard about these astronomical
Yes.
prices.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
So that's good.
our braiders are professional braiders and they earn their living by braiding. And what's interesting now is I feel like we've opened up so many doors. Again, our friends at the San Francisco Sheriff's Office did a call out, said, hey, we're having this big old theater production and we need some braiders to come and braid the women's hair. It was not no curriculum, no nothing. They just needed some braiders. So they called Freedom Braiders and we did a call out. We got a crew of braiders to come in and they braided everyone there for their production show last week. And so I think those are the good, because we're a trusted partner and we haven't had nothing happen in none of our classes. And I think that's been very important that we're able to get the work done. And the ladies that are getting out are coming to us. And that's what which I think is the most powerful piece, is that we're breaking the cycles to economically driven crimes, but we're also making an impact in recidivism rates inside the jails.
Let me turn to your daughter.
Yeah.
So all this has happened in a year. What is your, I mean, like, you know, could you have imagined that this was going to be like this? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
She got a vision. So I gotta make sure I, make it happen for her. So it's amazing to see how far Freedom Braiders has come. And, it's like a sisterhood. Like I have so many sisters, so I love how far we've came, our bond, everything.
Can you recount those early conversations with her about?
Yeah.
Yeah, just say a little about what you said. What we gonna do? What?
Yeah, she said, we're gonna go inside the jails, and I said, okay. I thought you were done working inside the jails. Clearly not. And then when she said braiding and we got to get cleared and all this stuff. Yeah, she's a wild person. So we've had a lot of big conversations on what Freedom Braiders will look like.
Yeah.
And I guess to see now that we started off talking at home or maybe in the car, every we're talking about Freedom Braiders and what we're gonna do. So yeah, the early stages of Freedom Braiders was a fun time. It was funny to hear her say everything she wants to do, and now everything's coming to light. Like everything's really coming to light, slowly but surely. Because we still need that money. We still need some money. Freedom Braiders need money.
Well, you went out there on faith, and I know like to go out on faith, and you do good things will come to you.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to do right, people are willing to help you. I know that's what
Yes.
that's what we've relied on from day one, almost 40 years now. So
Yes.
I was only 10 when we started. Okay. Let's talk about assembling the team. And that pulls you in. Yeah. How did you assemble? You got this idea. This is such one of those marvelous stories, right? That and it's ongoing. It's always developing.
Yes.
But I think after a year, it's nice to look back and see,
Yeah.
see how. So assembling the team and I don't know, convincing, persuading. How did you guys assemble a team of braiders?
I don't think it was any convincing.
Okay.
I think that was the most beautiful part about it. It came so like, hey, literally it was a story. It wasn't even a post. It was a story on Instagram on Tatiana runs the Bay Area Student Barber Expo. And it was a story on there said, hey, she said, looking for braiders to go into the jails to give back. And DM started going.
Is that what the story was?
Yeah.
Looking for
braiders to go into jail to give back.
All right.
And then here you go. Too Solid, Rocky, Babies, Bree Jazz, D Honey, Braiding the Bay, Jazz. Like everyone just started DMing the page. And we had a Zoom call. It was like, okay, before I get you guys in the jail, I got to do all the screening because I know what the sheriff's office required of me to get in their facility. So, and I end up naturally, coincidentally, I would say we had some formerly incarcerated braiders who end up joining the team.
Yep.
And so we had our first Zoom call, and I was there. You know, a lot of them, some of them hadn't been back in the facility in a long time, and some of them never even been in a jail. So I said it's a very dark space that we're about to walk in, and you have to be prepared for that. You know, I worked there for about 10 years, and I remember those days that sometimes I used to say, "Girl, you don't live here. You need to go home." You know, but it was I had to remind myself because the work becomes addicting. And so we had our Zoom call, and we all clicked so naturally.
And I got to remind people, I mean, just say to people, you go in there for 8 weeks and 15 weeks in the other. And, you know, I've been in there for a couple hours at max. You know, you go in, you do groups with the guys and you go home, but yours are just, you got, and I think you've done just, and I don't want to get ahead of myself and speak for you, but from what I've seen of your, and heard of your work with the young ladies, which we'll get to, is that you almost make it seem like for those moments, for that time that you're with them, that they ain't in jail, even though they are in jail. You know what I mean? You bring something to that is just marvelous. But I digress. How long have you? When did you were in from the beginning?
I am one of the founding members of Freedom Braiders. Yeah, I actually got a call from Joanna personally. So I missed the story, but Joanna gave me a call and I was all in just when she told me her vision for going inside and teaching inmates. I'm already a teacher by trade.
Okay.
And so I'm a parent and a teacher. So I felt like I made the top of your list.
Right. Oh yeah.
I was like,
you sanctified, girl.
I am a full-time barber instructor, so I actually deal with formerly incarcerated students all the time. The good thing about California is you can go and get your training and be licensed as a barber, cosmetologist, or nail tech, esthetician as well in the state of California with a record. So I deal with, as a barber instructor, I deal with a lot of formerly incarcerated. So it was just a different space, but my mentality was still the same. I was all in. I'm all for helping anyone that's willing to help themselves.
And you introduce yourself and say your role, your position, your part in this wonderful thing called Freedom Braiders.
My name again is Tanzanika Carter, and I'm the assistant sheriff in San Francisco. So that's the number 3 in the department.
Oh, you're number 3?
Yes, sir.
You way up there.
I'm a little bit.
Damn.
You see who we brought in the studio?
I'd have bowed down a little more. All right, number 3.
Can I just say that I am so happy to be here with these amazing women because I'm hearing Joanna and her daughter talking about the vision.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of the Bible of a person with the vision and making it plain.
Yeah.
And she made the vision plain. And then everything else fell into place about the faith and the faith walk that you had to make this come to light. And so I want to thank you. And I know the sheriff thanks her as well because he's very innovative, that he wants to make sure that the people who are incarcerated may be incarcerated behind the bars, but not in the mind. And so Freedom Braiders, one braid at a time, is healing people and giving hope to people who may be hopeless. And so I want to thank all of you guys for what you're doing because it's about passion. It's about your heart. It's about seeing people. And when you come into our jails, they know that they're loved and cared for. But I really thank you for bringing that to this department and us being the first one to receive you and the vision that you had.
You talk about them, but you don't talk about you. They gonna get their love. They gonna give you yours.
Well, I've been in law enforcement for 30 years. It became 30 years in actually March, the beginning of March. And so I've seen a lot. I've worked at BART for most of my career. I started as a deputy back in 96. And I worked in the intake center. Stayed there for 3 years, left and went to BART for 21, and then came back as the assistant sheriff. And I've always been about community. I've told people before, I've been Black all my life. So I understand.
Say it loud.
But
All
people
right.
in my community felt about policing and how important it is for people that look like me, whether I'm a woman or being African American, having that heart. And so I always encourage others who look like me to get into law enforcement.
Yes.
Because you may help in the way that Joanna is doing, but you could also help in being a part of law enforcement and really changing the game so that we can offer these type of programs in the department. It's very, very important.
How did you first hear about it? Did you get a phone call from Joanna?
Phone call, but I did get an invitation to go to the graduation.
Okay.
So when Miss T and the group came to graduate the young women who were Freedom Braiders, I was able to sit and watch all of them do a test, if you will, on how well they did.
Right.
I was able to be shown how to braid a little hair. And it was just...
You pick up any skill?
A little. But they do things like make dollar signs in their hair and hearts. And I'm like...
Oh, them braiders could do anything. They could do anything. They could decorate cakes. I mean, they could do anything. Seriously, they got fingers. I tried to braid. My daughter several years ago. Daddy, no. You ain't the one.
She was great. Don't let her fool you. She already has skills. Yes.
But it was amazing to see the way the women were happy and joyful and picking up a skill, especially for women. We have to be empowering to ourselves. And when we leave out of the jail, having that skill set to be able to fend for yourself, to make your own money, to have purpose. And braiding hair, you sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours. And when you're talking, just like when you go to the shop, you have that conversation with this person braiding your hair, and you are healing even on the outside. It's not just inside incarcerated. It's like women, when we go to get our hair done and get braids, we are sharing with each other. And it's what they're bringing in is the same thing that we need as women.
Let's, as best we can, we're going to recreate again, but I see the end of it, right? And I kind of know, because I know what the training is, because I'm a trainer, and I know what concepts you're trying to get over. But I love when you talk about how when the women first come in, right? And they gotta be like, what the, I mean, just talk about recruiting them, because you've been through it 3 or 4 or 5 times now, right? And so you have, I guess, different experiences with everyone, but there's got to be some common threads when they first come in, and you tell them what you're gonna do and how you get them in there in the first place, and then just take us through the concept, the classes, and slowly over time, because I know it's all. They got to trust you, right? Right? No matter what you say, they got to y'all cool, right? Because, look, prisons, this, they're built to punish, right? They're built to punish. They're not built to rehabilitate. And, I don't care how nice the prison looks. It's still a prison, right? But take us through a little bit about that. How do you get them in there in the first place?
So I think the most important piece is the partnership between the department and Freedom Braiders. So both of the facilities that we both went into, they surveyed the population first. Who wants to attend this class?
Okay.
That's the part, is who would like, because we don't want to force anyone, right?
Of course.
Some facilities and some jails will assign you to attend a certain class, but we actually do the recruitment through asking them if they want to participate. So once they got the crew who want to participate, we have open enrollment, which means if a new student gets put into that program pod, or we will still allow them to enter because we have designated braiders who would always work with beginners. So we have open enrollment throughout the 8 weeks.
Okay.
And we have a cutoff point where at this point you got to have already mastered this
Absolutely.
for your final exam.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I've done, obviously with the permission of the sheriff's offices, both of them, is like I bring some eucalyptus, and I try to bring the.
When you bring something tonight.
I know I should have brought some tonight. I bring eucalyptus and I wipe down the tables with the eucalyptus because to me it's important the scent when they walk in because I want it to smell different because jail got a different scent.
Ooh.
Not only is it dark, it smells different and the sounds are different. So we try to change that environment to when you said it perfectly, Dr. Marshall, is that we try to take them out of that facility for that one
the time
hour
that you're with you.
while they're with us.
Yeah.
So we change the scent. We come in and the first, days are a couple days are getting to know each other, why they're here, setting ground rules. What's said here, stay here, because we talk about some really deep stuff.
Yeah.
And so we start that bond. We come up with our agreements, classroom agreements. Simple even agreements. Can I go to the bathroom? Because we still in the jail.
Right.
We got these cameras watching us. Don't just walk out this classroom.
Jailhouse rules.
We got jailhouse rules. So let's break down the rules first because I always break it down to them. We don't want to jeopardize this program. If you are not ready, don't jeopardize it for the next woman that may want to attend. And so we get their commitment. And then once we're not going to spend a lot of time because y'all done this before. Y'all been in programming, so you know how to program. So I don't want to spend too much on rules. I want to get down to the work.
How long, you're in there with it, right?
Yes.
How long does it, and everybody's different, of course. And I guess there are some some ladies that decide, even when they're there, the first couple, just not necessarily for me right now, right? So I get some.
We've definitely had that. We've had, whether it is their demeanor, that we've had to make that decision to say, hey, we can no longer allow you to come because they're corrupting the other mentalities, or they have done things before we got there that's excluded them from the program. But for the most part, they want to be there.
Okay.
From my perspective, as well as Joanna and Tati, we build bonds with these inmates, and it's crazy. But again, they're human. They made mistakes, but they cannot be penalized forever for that. They share their stories. Sometimes we have to weed through those stories to find out what's true and what's not so true. However, we build bonds with these, and they respect us. That's pretty much the best part of it all. We demand our respect because we're volunteering our time, but we say that without saying that. We show up. We're on time. We are committed to what we do.
Lady Estelle has this wonderful saying, what comes from the heart reaches the heart.
Yes.
Right? And you're not the guards.
No.
You're not. Your intentions are pure, what I call pure.
Yes.
And I just knowing you, that's what you show them, and it may take them a minute to figure it out, but some get it right away. And I guess when you get to that point when you say, okay, let's get to work, it's just. I'm sure I'll use this word because I know this is a word we use at the club with the kids. This is a sacred place. And you do a good job of making it as sacred as possible.
Take that same word in there.
Yeah.
We tell them this is a sacred space.
Yeah.
And I mean, I really am thankful for going back. And I said this the last time I was on here. I don't think that, and I say this not just because I love Dr. Marshall.
And that's okay. You can love me.
I'm not, but if it wasn't for those 3 days that I spent with you years ago, that wasn't able to do this work because it made me understand that I was infected. And for me to understand my infection in order to help heal others and take them to the doctor and get them their prescription to stay alive and free, this wouldn't have never worked.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that I really believe in, letting people know and understand where the infection came from. And that's why we write about it. It's the same way I wrote about it, right? and teaching them the commandments, teaching them that friends would never lead you to danger, teaching them all those things, and then collaborating with the master braiders about, you know, the healing part. And we're just healing through the most important part. One of the most important parts of your body is your hair. Your hair is your crown, and it's sacred. And so we
see, I'll do better than that. We get a fresh cut. Filmo, how long your fresh cut take? You know,
30 minutes, 45.
No,
or 40 minutes.
Really?
45 minutes.
You got more hair than me. Mine take That's why I started cutting my own.
It don't take that long for you?
Come on, man. No.
Like a 10-minute.
That's what I'm doing it myself now, so it don't take long at all.
You got to shave off.
But you know, you braiding, you know, that's a minute, right? And I know Lady said this so well. The whole touching of the head, you know, I mean, because y'all, you know, we don't get that. We get, you know, we might get the line and this. Might get a little bomb up here, but ain't nobody really touching it like that. But y'all, that whole braid thing is just amazing. It's the contact and the conversations and all of that. How do you weave the braiding into? One more thing. Average size of the group. Let me just say that, and how many braiders. So we get. I'm trying to give the people a mental picture of how many people are in the room at one time.
We take as many students that the sheriff's office would allow in our class.
Okay.
We're never going to give, like I said, you want to give me 40, give me 40. The biggest number we've had was, I think it was 28 students.
28 in
28.
The past Santa Rita.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they gave us a new population.
Yeah, now that was interesting. I've heard, you hear the new population story? Yeah, I heard that. So the second one was, I think, people from different
the mixed population,
like, you know, like, and I'm kind of all I'm thinking about is, you know, I'm thinking about first of bloods, you know, no, but I'm saying, I know the levels are different, you know, and sometimes you got the Latinos and the Black, you know, traditionally. So what was that like when you had the mixed population and you had to, like,
Well, the mixed population was, I don't think we really felt that. To us, it was more, we were able to open our doors in San Francisco to the LGBTQ plus community. So we taught there for about 8 weeks. And then in Santa Rita, we were able to, they call it the mental health services pod. More students with more serious mental health conditions. And so we were able to get a small group of students from there. And that was one day we went in there and we just, you know, she was 3 different names in 1 hour. And we're like, okay. We're just going to I handed it over to Miss T. I said, now Miss T is going to teach you. And Joanna's going to watch Miss T.
Yeah. That was different. Yeah. And you got to be ready for anything. Yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
We got a call, right? Do we have a call? Okay. We got a call. Mike, we got a call apparently.
It just left.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't give it to 877-955-1061. If you want to get in, talk to the Freedom Braiders, talk about the experience, please call. Go right ahead.
I just want to say, being in law enforcement, it's very, very important that we in law enforcement work with community.
Yeah.
As Ms. T was talking about how she was able to connect to our incarcerated people, you know, some of our deputies actually connect with our incarcerated people as well. And it's really important that we have that same kind of mindset to work together so that we can reach as many people as possible. And so I just wanted to put that out there. We're one community. I am not law enforcement and not community. I am part of the community. And so we have to work together to make sure that people don't get back into jail, or at least give them all that they need so that they can succeed. It's up to them, but we want to make sure that we give them skill sets, how to read, how to, you know, get their driver's license, get a high school diploma. Like, all of those things are happening at our jail, plus the Freedom Braiders and things like that, because we want our incarcerated people to succeed.
Absolutely.
Whether they're in the jail or outside of the jail, because we want them to be alive and free.
That's right.
Especially in their mind.
That's right. All right, we got a call. You are on Street Soldiers with the Freedom Braiders. What's your name, where you calling from, and what you got to say?
name is Tamel Pittman. I'm calling from Sacramento. I just wanted to know the Freedom Braiders have a barber background with Joanna's daughter Tati, her son, her husband. Why did they choose braiding as their vehicle to go into the prisons?
Good question.
Y'all answer the question.
Joanna?
I mean, I think it was a calling from. I think it started from that first phone call with Allie Riker in San Francisco. She said, "Can we do something for the women?" And we had already went into the jail and brought in like 10 barbers to give everyone haircuts.
Right.
So Tatiana would drag me to all these competitions, hosted by like United Barbers Club, NorCal, like all these events, and I would go there, and there would be this one little hour that they would provide at this barber show, which is like the Grammys, like it's this big old thing, right?
Yeah.
But there would be this one little hour for braiders, and they would compete and they would win, and that was it. So we wanted to bring them to light and do more with them. So that's where I guess it was born from, is just sharing more light to something, that was just a little bit. But braiding has always been part of my life. I've always, I ran a program for YGC, the Youth Justice Juvenile Justice Center here in San Francisco, and I ran a girls group called Young Queens on the Rise, and I had a braiding program, and those young women now are like in their 40s, and I ran, and I was like, how is braiding always following me? And I don't braid, but I used to have them braid.
Ash, you just accept.
I do. Yes, you are. You're right.
Just accept. You just accept.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, another call. Hi, you're on Street Soldiers with the Freedom Braiders. Go right ahead. Say your name, where you're calling from, and what you got to say.
Hi, this is Rich.
Ah, my man, Rich. What's up?
Yeah, I'd like to know. I'm curious. How important is God? Like, would you have a braider that doesn't believe in God or believes in another religion, I guess, in Christianity, that it's in your group, or can they be in your group?
I mean, we have started our classes with prayer. We've ended our classes with
I can
prayer.
answer that question for you.
But yeah, I mean, God is at the center of everything we do. Anybody can join, Freedom Braiders.
Yeah, we don't discriminate when they're signing up for programs, and I'm sure you could tell them, Undersheriff, but we don't discriminate. However, we believe in God. And so we're starting our program off with a prayer. We are letting them know that we are true believers. Now, we don't push religion. This is not a religious program.
Right.
So we don't push religion. However, how we stand, there are many mentalities in that room, that classroom.
Oh yeah.
Their mentality is not mine. Mine is not theirs. And so we don't discriminate. But that's a good question. Thank you for calling in.
One goal is to get them
Alive and free.
Live and free.
Correct.
Talk about. We'll come back on this thing, but just for this audience right here, talk about the lessons that the classes, the lessons, the concepts that you cover in those 8 weeks or sometimes 15 weeks. I know the one you talked about, writing about when they were 15. I mean, let's just talk about how heavy this stuff gets. Some of these folks. Either one of you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we begin the class again, stretching, waiting for everyone to settle down. We introduce ourselves, the instructors for that day, for that class, and we do have journaling. Our journal topics usually are premeditated. So we have a list from write a letter to your 15-year-old self, write a letter to your mother, write your own obituary. And those topics, we have them read them aloud. Sometimes they'll get a week to do so as homework, and then they'll come back, and if they choose to, we encourage them to, because it helps them release some of that trauma that they've been harboring. And we we tell them again, it's a safe space, a sacred space, and there are tears.
Oh yeah.
There are emotions flowing. And so once we complete the journaling, then the journaling then turns into braiding. And some have never braided before.
Talk about that one class that when they all get all dialed up,
Beauty shop day.
Beauty shop day. I mean, I just think that is like, yeah.
I know even the deputy be like, oh, hair braid.
Yes.
Beauty shop day is the best day. That's one of my favorite days
Yeah.
where the braiders get to braid our students' hair.
Yeah.
All right, we got a break and come get ready for the second hour.
Yep.
Yes, 5, 4.
That
3,
is right, but we are not done with this conversation. We are so excited and so blessed to have the Freedom Braiders here in the studio with us. So go ahead and follow us on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. And in case you want to take us on the go, you can take us wherever you listen to your podcast. Alive and Free Street Soldiers Radio.
Amazing group of young women who go into jails, braid hair, and save lives. It's as simple as that. Our guests in the studio, the first hour. Say who you are.
Joanna Hernandeaz.
Tanzanika Carter.
Miss T. Tati.
And we are joined, I guess, somewhere by a host of the Braiders, the Freedom Braiders, and jump on in.
And Josh.
And we're going to let you all introduce yourselves as we consider this conversation. Let's pick up in a minute where we let me just say, like we come in at the end, right? You and I, we come in at the end to the graduation. And Ann was at the first one at Santa Rita. I was at both. And I remember, the one thing I remember is that the first graduation, it was just, the young women were there. And first of all, maybe it's just me. And maybe I shouldn't say this, but it's hard to see women in them orange or blue or whatever suits yellow. The thing is orange and yellow today.
Orange.
Yeah, orange. It's just hard to see. I got 5 sisters, a mama, mother of my children. I got Ann, I got all these young women I work with, and it just ain't cool seeing them in jail. And to see them in there, the joy that they have at that graduation. Did you originally plan to have a graduation, or did that surface at the end and say, let's do a graduation, or had you thought out the graduation piece when you started?
Well, when I put the curriculum together, it was to do a showcase, because remember, it came from the concept of these barber battles that we would go to, and they do the competition. I said, okay, we'll have them compete against each other, or we'll have them showcase what they learned.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sheriff's office says, well, we have to have a graduation. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, your showcase and your
Yep.
competition is to showcase to the audience.
Yep.
So here goes the graduation.
Yep.
And then we just build it from there.
It is such a privilege to be invited to that graduation, because I've been in Santa Rita a bunch of times, but not like that. And some have been in really, going to talk to the guys and the fathers and so on and so forth. But that graduation ceremony is just beautiful. And you have graduation speakers, and I remember feeling sad because when it was over and everybody was having a good time, and then
We got to spend time together.
Wait, dude, you're getting ahead of me.
You got it. You got
Get
your
ahead of me.
wish.
You get ahead of me. Get ahead of me. And then, we had to go our separate ways. All the ladies went back, and it was, and I just said, oh, now they got to go back. But they're going back with this feeling and this belief, right? Belief in them. Now, Ann, I'm going to tell you, the second time, they shocked me. They shocked me. We didn't have the graduation in the, like I said,
the auditorium.
The auditorium, like at the we had it in the pod.
Yeah,
right in the pod. It was scaled down, but it was still graduation. You don't care whether it was in the auditorium or if it was at school, but it was still wonderful. But then, after marching back and forth, and remember got to go back and forth. I walk in, and all the young ladies were in a room, and we get to eat together. Mm. That was so cool. That was, I don't know how you pull that off. Girl, I think me and Joshua was there, right? Joshua might be. We're the only men there. We're the only men there. I was like, oh man, this is so cool. Yeah. That was a blast.
Shout out to Sergeant Silva from Santa Rita County Jail. I drive her crazy. But so shout out to Sergeant Silva. She's been.
You talking about up close and personal.
Yeah.
It was just wonderful. And to hear from them, I want to stay alive and free. I want to stay alive and free. I want to stay alive and free. It was just like, I was like, yeah, man, oh my God. I was hugging them all because I couldn't hug nobody that day. I was mad. So hugging them all, it was just
the power of a hug.
Oh.
The power of a hug. And we end, because we don't get to hug during the 8 or 15 weeks that we're there, but we asked permission on the last day of class, and all the Freedom Braiders, we all lined up, including Dr. Marshall.
Yep.
And usually I stand at the first part, and to me is that I say, I'm going to give you that mother one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no,
and I whisper in their ear,
no,
and I'm like,
they could be 10 years older than you. You're the mom.
I go, I just want you to think of her, whether you have a good relationship or not. But this is her giving you this hug. And I just hold them so tight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I mean, oh yeah. So that last day hug is a killer for me. So yeah. The power.
How do you like those graduations? What do you think about the graduation?
I've gone to 2, and they both have been very joyful. I mean, the young ladies are so excited to show what they can do, what they've learned. Even the competition, they're just all getting in there. And then the stories that they share, I don't know how you guys picked the ones that we heard, because I'm pretty sure that they were all very heartfelt. But when they share their stories, and sometimes they're getting, worked up, it just touches the heart of all of us who are sitting there. And we see them too as, human beings, but in that moment, it's like we're connecting with them on a totally different, spectrum, because we're feeling them and how they are emotionally. And when you're in jail, I mean, I can imagine, I've never been on that side, but you have to be tough. You have to show, that you're tough, that you can take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, everyone needs a hug. Everyone needs someone that, that they can say, I see you. And Freedom Braiders really sees them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the important part.
Thank you.
And it's just not the bonding they have with you, it's the bonding they have with each other.
Yes.
I mean, they sisters. After 8 weeks in those sacred rooms talking about, stuff that you ain't never talked to nobody about or don't want to talk to nobody about, they have become a family, and what's I saying? We're not all related, but we're all family.
Yeah.
And it's just a joyous, and you got to be there next time. I know you weren't here, but it was wonderful. Let's see who we got here. I don't know who we got. We got here. Who we got? Tell me who we got. And y'all got to come on camera.
Gotta come on camera.
You got to show your beautiful faces.
So we'll start off with Josh Jacobo, who is actually the only guy who supports our Freedom Braiders.
Josh, a band brother.
Yeah. He supports us.
Josh, a band brother.
Yeah, he really supports us with he's our discharge planner for San Francisco pretrial, so he helps all the women with the resources when they're about to get out, and collaborates with our intern who is our reentry coordinator, Maya, who's not on the call today, but they're both responsible for helping the women get all the resources and getting them what they need when they get released. So that's something we incorporated new. We have Ms. Jasmine who is one of the Freedom Braiders. We got Braids by Sani, who is one of our newest Freedom Braiders and actually started off as a competitor at Freedom Braiders, who is on there and who's actually our youngest Freedom Braider.
Andy is.
And we have, who else? I thought I saw Rocky, but we also have one of our students. Oh, Rocky's on here. Rocky is one of the Freedom Braiders as well. And then we have one of our students who graduated from our Freedom Braider class and who is now alive and free and who has competed. Let's give it up for Miss Kennedy. Kennedy is right there. She was our student in Santa Rita.
What's his name? He's always confused.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wrong. It has a different name on there, Kennedy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna come to you, Candy, but hang on. We're gonna get to you because you know better than anybody else what that experience was like. So let me talk to the braiders and including you. Highlights for you for the braiders and what you because it doesn't happen unless you're there braiding the hair, right? What have you learned? What have you gained? What are some of the highlights for you from going in there and doing the Freedom Braider work? Okay. And not everybody speak at once. So
let's start with Sani, Braids by Sani. Let's start with Sani.
Right, Sani.
So basically like just my experience going in there.
Yeah. Being the youngest.
Okay. Well, it's actually better than I thought it was. I kind of expected like just a little bit more lockup, but it's actually more free. Like the ladies are more free. We're able to talk with them. We feel them. We do like journal prompts and stuff that help us connect with each other. So it's just a nice experience to be able to help these ladies enjoy freedom for a little bit and just learn a new technique that they can also bring out to the world and hopefully turn onto when they get out.
How'd you get in? I mean, did you like she talked you into it or you was
Well,
like,
yeah,
and what did you think
pretty
it was
much.
gonna be like?
I kind of thought it was just gonna be like we're gonna see the ladies like really like not so much in chains, but kind of that. Like I didn't really want to see that, and I didn't see that, so I'm fortunate for that. But yeah, Joanna, didn't really like harass me to be in it. Like I actually wanted to be in it after I seen them doing what they were doing. Like I actually wanted to be in there helping because I've had family that's been locked up as well, and I would want the best for them.
Was there a moment, a high point for you that you just etched in your memory, or did it all go together? I mean, is there one time it's like, woo?
I think there was this one time we were in Santa Rita and we were doing this warm up exercise, and Joanna was just asking us like questions that were just getting us all emotional, and we were just connecting and figuring out what each other go through, and kind of figuring out that some of us kind of all go through the same things, and so we just connected, and it was like sad but happy in a way.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you for being part of the team.
Yes.
Of course,
It right
thank
now.
you.
You win now. Who's next?
Let's go to Miss Jazz.
Jazzy Jazz.
And we're just talking about like what we like in there, what we like doing.
Yeah. What do you get out of it? What is it meant to you? Why do you do it? I mean, you're in close contact with these ladies for a number of weeks, and this is just yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it feels good just being able to help and make a change in people's lives in general because this program it can be very life changing because like Kennedy, for instance, she got out, she started braiding, she attends all the events, and then if it is tricky to find a job when you get out, at least you could learn just to be your own boss and make your own money and build a business plan. Just help them.
What do you get out of it?
Oh, what do I get out of it? Well, I like doing all of that. I like helping them. I like knowing that we could change people's lives.
Thank you so much for being a Freedom Braider. We go to Rocky.
Yes, Miss Rocky.
Miss Rocky. You've been on before, Miss Rocky.
Miss Rocky. Oh yes, Miss Rocky.
Rocky.
Who won Barber of the Year?
Yes.
Actually, she just won.
Who won Barber of the Year?
And she went and just
no, for real. Y'all
no, I'm serious. And she just accepted. We won the Impact Award for Boss Moves Movement, and Rocky went and accepted the award on behalf of Freedom Braiders.
Sonny, you didn't get a chance to.
And Sonny won Braider of the Year, 2026 Braider.
Yes.
So y'all, they the Oscars? They the Oscars?
Yeah, they literally went to the Oscars.
Y'all the Grammys?
Yeah, we got the Grammy winners.
Yes.
They didn't go to In-N-Out after, though.
No.
Wait a minute, they didn't really go to the Oscars.
No.
Not the real Oscars. It's the beauty industry Oscars.
Right.
Yes.
The Grammys of it.
It's the Grammys
Rocky,
of the
unmute
Oscars.
your mic.
But they could go to In-N-Out and take their little thing.
Yeah, they need to take
Yes.
Take their little solo. Yeah.
We got to it.
All right, man, y'all bad.
Yes.
Y'all make me wish I had hair, but I don't. So. Okay, Rocky.
Rocky,
go ahead, Rocky.
Yes.
See, Rocky chills.
Oh, Rocky, yeah.
She chill. She always like lean back. You remember
muted,
that show? Lean back. She's leaning back.
Cut it off.
You muted, Rocky.
Yeah, unmute, baby, and talk to her. Unmute now. You know, you. Yes. Not yet. One more. Keep going.
Click.
One. Wait. Oh,
There
here
she
she
goes.
come. All right.
Oh, you still muted.
You still muted. Yeah, try it again. All right. Success.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. No, I was saying this is like around my bedtime, so I usually at this time I'm winding down. So yeah, sorry. But for me, I kind of spoke on it before, but just to reiterate, for me it's just giving people an opportunity that I had, being in a similar situation. And also like I've been running into people that we've actually taught like just random. Like we see Kennedy all the time, she comes, but it just randomly like people come up to, and it's different seeing them outside and they be like, it's me from class. And I'd be like, oh. And so it's just like, just creating those, connections and knowing that they really do like rock with us and appreciate what we do for them. So for me, it's just a dope feeling. Yeah.
And how does it feel like being the Academy Award winner of Bob? I mean, like
that was not me. That was last year. I didn't get put up for nothing.
Well,
that was
okay. So you didn't win an Oscar 2 years in a row, but you still won one.
Yeah, I won it twice, but just not this year. I didn't
casually, I won twice. I won 2 scoring titles in the NBA. That I didn't win it this year.
Yeah. But no, I mean it's. What are you doing? Sorry. Okay. So, but yeah. So yeah. That's it. That's it. I'm good.
So let's go to Miss Kennedy.
Yes, Miss Kennedy. How does it feel to be alive and what?
Miss Kennedy, first of all, do you remember me? Do you remember me? You didn't even pay no attention to me. So much for being the only man. Just focus on. Talk to us about the class, what it's like now, just how you doing, first of all.
Well, the class was overall it was a great experience to be a part of. The ladies were absolutely phenomenal. I look up to all of them, all of their stories, all of their accomplishments. That actually pushed me, to be the woman I am right now. I've connected with them. As soon as I got out, I went to their the lady barber battle, and then that just turned my whole world of competitions and everything up. I was at first I just went to know, help them with the tables and stuff, but me going to see that, I was oh no, they really got this going on, so then they told me that was actually compete, step out of your comfort zone. So the first time I actually competed with them, I was super, super nervous. But I pushed through it, did it, actually won 3rd place. So that was a cool feeling. And then the next competition I placed 2nd place. So just listening to all of their encouragement, they pushed us from day one, no matter what the ladies' stories was or our stories were, like they never judged us, never pushed any biased opinions. They came in there with full force, showed us love. And that's what made me, want to stick with the program when I got released. So,
Did you have any concerns or trepidation is the word I'm really looking for when you went in there the first day? Like, what is this? How's it gonna be? And just like, I don't know how you heard about it, were you recruited, but how did that go for you? Ooh, the lights, we're gonna turn on the generator then. Okay, all right. Yeah, what was that like?
well, once I heard that it was a hair braiding class coming, I was already super excited. Um, I had no like judgments or nothing. I was just ready to go. And then once I seen like all the braiders and stuff, I was like, okay, like this is real. Like, and they came in there. It was a natural embracing aura. Like that's what I go off of, like vibes and spirits. And it was just a welcoming feeling. And that's one thing I do. Like, want to appreciate you ladies for bringing that, like feeling in that love inside. Like because that class was my light in that dark place. Like I look forward to coming to that class every day.
Wow. Wow. That see that right there. I look forward to the next class. That says a lot. That says a lot. Was there a particular assignment that they gave you or topic that that you had to cover in the class that was like, tough for you to I always say, like, with the young people at the club, we always say we don't deal in shallow water because you're not drowning in shallow water. We go into deep water. And all this stuff was deep water stuff. Was there one that was for you like, I don't know if I want to go there, or one that was hard for you to deal with?
Um, I would say writing like the letter to my 15-year-old self.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them was like pretty hard. You had to put a lot of thought into it, but the most like impactful one I would say would be the letter to my 15-year-old self because like some of the things and experiences that I went through right now, like I would like tell her, like to like be aware of certain situations and handle them different, like the crowd that I surrounded myself with. And then like always to listen to my mom, because like the advice that she gave me like while I was young all the way up into my adulthood, like she never steered me wrong. And it was like, some of the stuff that she said like don't do or the people that she told me not to hang around, it's like the people that actually ended up getting me in trouble. So like, I just wish I would like or to like actually listen because my mom does know best. So that was one. The letter to my mom, I mean, like I said, my mom is like my best friend. She's my biggest supporter. She's my biggest supporter in there, out, like it, doesn't matter since birth. That's my number one, day one.
Yeah.
So like that letter really allowed me to express my deepest like love and gratitude for my mom, like just with all the advice and everything, the love and the woman that she raised me to be today. And then also the obituary one too made me just realize like all of like writing everything that I have accomplished in life and everything that I want to accomplish, like creating my legacy and leaving my legacy. Like I know that I'm going to fulfill that and I'm going to be great in life. And this was just, a part of my story that only made me stronger.
Wow.
Yes.
You really got, as they say, inside. Yeah. And you really went inside. A lot of people, I really give you a lot of credit for that because that's the kind of work that has to be done. Uh, and I'm sure you never thought you would be doing that when you were on the inside. and and the fact that this class allowed you to do something that needed needed. It's just needed. It's that kind of introspection is needed so that you can be alive and free. It's that simple. A lot of programs say when you get out, come in. Did you believe them? Did you believe them? Or you was like, yeah, okay, right.
I mean, not the Freedom Braiders, like, but like other programs, like they said, oh, like we connect and like, come mess with our programs or do that, do this. But like the Freedom Braiders actually, stuck to their word and say like, oh, when you come out, like we have resources for you. You could be a part of our team. We'll, like help you get on your feet with, starting your business or furthering your business in the braiding industry. And that's literally what they did. And the first time I, reached out and asked to come to an event, they, welcomed me with open arms and like, even pushed me out there to compete.
Look at that
and
smile. That girl, girl, that look at him too. Look.
Yes.
This is what you were meant to be.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And there we got Josh.
I hope everybody gets this. Hope everybody gets this. I hope everybody gets this because this is the real deal.
Yeah.
This is the real deal. Did JoJo who just came on?
JoJo, Cuts by JoJo came on, who is also a Freedom Braider who's taught in both San Francisco and Santa Rita. And is doing one of the biggest projects that JoJo's been working on lately is our community we're now trying to step out of the jail too and do a lot of preventative work. We recently just connected with In My Section in Pittsburgh, California, where we went and showcased the art of braiding, and JoJo led that this past 2 weeks ago. And so we're trying to do some face forward stuff in the community, and JoJo's been supporting our community work lately.
Unmute your mic, JoJo.
If I was a teacher, again, a teacher, right?
A teacher.
Look,
yes.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. They used to accuse me, seriously, of giving too many good grades. They did. This principal came in, man. They can't look. You give me too many A's because they had a bell curve. You know what bell curve is? Okay. Some people gonna finish A's, some people gonna finish B's, some people gonna get F's, right? Yes. And I said, "What you mean? I get too many A's?" I said, "Well, everybody can't get an A." So literally, I used to have the papers of my students and show them the grades. 90, 95, 90 this. How did I say? Because I'm just a good teacher.
That's right.
And they had this belief, especially people of color, right?
Yes.
And yeah, they no. And then, of course, that's the way the whole society is seeing us all the time. You bring out the best in them because you're good. You're good teachers. And I know people can't believe this, but it's true because everything that you've done with them is already there.
Yes.
Is already there. And you're just bringing it out. And you're the people who are able to do that where so many others can't because you see a lot of times what they can't see.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You're definitely right.
Am I right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Too many A's. I
Too many A's.
Too many A's. Nobody too many A's. That's what you see. I don't see what you see. All right. JoJo. I'm sorry, JoJo. You got the.
Hey.
Is that Kansas?
That is KC.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You just like the hat, huh?
I like my hats and I wear them in
See,
style.
and I ain't the only one to do that.
Yes, I got every team.
Do that?
You're gonna question me.
I just like the hat.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, we just like, we got to,
It said, look, it said legends never die. I'm a legend.
All right now.
You know what I'm saying?
All right now. What's a special moment for you in doing the Freedom Braider work, and what touches you? What do you get out?
I feel like every moment was special going into, San Francisco County Jail and Santa Rita, like being able to do both of them during my time that I was doing it. I don't know, the bonds, the connections, just helping them and having someone or having us to be their support system. They're just like having that trust. You build something with them, and especially like, for example, Kennedy, I've been supporting her every step of the way. She's been showing out. She's braiding. Like she's getting so much better. Like I don't know. It's just like so much of positive energy and it grows on you. And it's just like, it's like, dang, we did this. It's not just me. It's all of us. You know what I'm saying? So I love to hear like, her story and how it went, and now she's alive and free. She's doing her thing. She's now her entrepreneur. She's got all her businesses. Like there is a change. And it's going to continue to be a change, but in a positive way. And as long as you're staying out of trouble and you're just focusing on yourself, that's all that matters. You have the support right here, and we're here.
Yes. Ooh.
Sorry.
Yes.
JoJo.
Okay.
I got a little
JoJo
excited.
moved up because she used to be the youngest, and then Sonny came in. So now she's entering her elder. What do you call her? Our OG stages.
Maturing.
She's an elder.
She's an elder now.
An elder at 22.
Elder at
OG is for the streets. Eldership is for the culture.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
been trying to explain. Oh, you OG. That's not, bro. I ain't no. I'm an elder. Let's get that straight. But to get automatically, they thinking you're different. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what's this elder thing? You know, I got to break it down. But I have to go back centuries. Right? This is just okay. Thank you, JoJo. Thank you.
Of course, of course.
Can I want a hat? Fine. Where you get your hats? Just let me know because I'm a hat guy. I got like anyway. And no, you know, I think you can only do that with baseball though. See, people don't get mad with baseball.
You could only do
But if you that with football,
Oh, yeah,
I
no.
can't wear no Falcons hat in the city.
I ain't
You be
wearing
ready to
that.
kill me, right? You know,
Nothing but-
man, we don't like that.
I get my hats from
basketball's kind of in the middle. But you know,
Since we all here.
people cool. 'Cause, you know, it's a gentle sport. You know, they ain't been trying to kill you in baseball.
We got Josh.
Josh. You know,
What's going on, y'all? Good to see everybody.
He could deal with all of us.
I also want to say I promoted myself to mascot of the Freedom Braiders.
He is our mascot. Okay.
So, you know, but I think just some highlights for me is I think the excitement and the hope that they have. I think the hope coming from, you know, I think it's like the whole example of like the allegory in the cave. Like there's possibilities out there that they haven't even been exposed to. And sometimes it seems unachievable, right? But seeing people that they relate to and, you know, the way that these ladies build trust in the class, you know, I'm there 40 hours a week too. So I really get to see even after the class, the wheels turning and how they practice and really like how they integrate it as a part of their life, how excited they are. So that's a really beautiful thing. And I think for myself, I think the biggest thing for me, and I always tell them too, is like, thank you for trusting me to even be in this space. You know, I know, especially for women, it could be, you know, a little triggering or hard, or you know what I mean. And to have men in a space like that and be able to open up and share, and be comfortable enough to do it. And I will say, you know, and this work oftentimes it's majority of the time it's heartbreak. So when you get moments like this, or when you get times like this, you know, it really motivates you to keep going. And yeah, I think this probably should be about it. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, you know, I can go for days, but I think those are the main highlights for me. And thank you, ladies, too, for always having me around.
Thank you.
And Josh, thank you for being you, man. You know,
Appreciate it, bro.
You took the training, and he was like, man, I'll get some more people to train. You invited me in, you know, to Bruno.
Who referred you to Alive and Free training?
You. And you know what's funny? It was actually at the beginning of my whole journey, 2022. So that's when I started working in the jail, and it was around that time. But yeah, you were my first like deep dive training, and I've took it, you know, to where I am today. So thank all you guys.
And I tell you, every time I hear that phrase "alive and free," you know, because that's our goal, right? I mean, people ask me how I am. Because when you're alive and free, you can make anything happen. You know, when you ain't alive, well, you definitely can't do nothing. And when you free, you limited. So, you know, to see Kennedy now get to be all that Kennedy can be with the support of others, that's the free part. And I remember the first time when I came in and you said the ladies
at 2 in the morning.
At 2 in the morning, wake up and say, I want to be alive and free. Oh,
the deputy said, what you doing to these women? They were there chanting it live and free at 2 in the morning. I'm telling them, lights out, ladies.
You gotta believe. You got to believe. You got to believe. It's amazing. Absolutely. You haven't talked about what you get out of. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. My probably the most. I'm the least emotional of the group. They shed a lot of tears, And I feel everything that they feel, but I am probably the least emotional because I actually deal with this on a daily basis. I love all of my Freedom Braiders. I mean, I love all of you guys like wholeheartedly. I love going inside and being able to at least reach one, and we are seeing them as they come out. So I think that it's a reflection of us as an entity. And we are missing some Freedom Braiders tonight, but their heart is in it just as much as all of those that are on here today. But I think that my probably the graduation. Graduation, we have them prepare the speeches, but we don't really know what they're going to get up there and say like until that day. And we I think that was one of the things. How do we pick them? Uh, Throughout the program, they are writing, and we want this to succeed. We want it to be a great platform in those graduation times. So I think that we pick them based off of their weekly journaling.
Yeah.
And those that speak up and are not afraid to be vulnerable. So I think that that was really part of our like who really are expressive during writing. And when we hear it at graduation, like not only what the program meant to them, but where they see themselves in the future, that is rewarding for me personally.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's pure. It's done for the right reason, and it gets results. And like she says, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. This must make you feel, because I get this a lot of time. I can worship, man, it must make you really feel good. You got, how many college graduates we got now? What we just got? We're gonna get 3 more, 297, but 3 short of 300, right? And like that must make you feel great. Hell yeah, make you feel great. Yeah, because and I remember the first time that I said, okay, y'all, I'm gonna try and send y'all to college. They said, well, you ain't got no money. I said, no, I ain't got no money, but I got, I got something, I got something else going, and we're gonna try that. And Venus Winston, I'll never forget this. Venus Winston said to me, what's in it for you? What you getting out of it? I said, I ain't getting nothing out of it. I just want you to be the best, be all that you can be. And that's, I know you feel that way when they say they can't figure, people can't figure people like us. They can't figure us out.
I've gotten that question. What are you getting out of it, Joanna?
What you getting out of it?
You getting paid?
Yeah.
No. And to me, to me is breaking generational curses.
Yeah.
Breaking generational incarceration. Being in that space with my daughter. Breaking the cycle with her, because I was one of those women behind those bars. And breaking those cycles. So to me, it's more empowering. That's what I get out of it. Seeing Kennedy, being able to be in space and community with her, that's more payment than I can ever receive. And hope, and being in space with her mother. She brought her mother to the Barbara battle. Her mother hugged me so tight. And it was, and we connected. She just whispered in my ear. She said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
I said, "There's no need to thank me."
I see, that's the time to cry when your mama. Yeah, that'll get you. That'll get you.
It's beautiful. Her mother came, and her mother was a vendor. She was selling some banana pudding and selling all her pies and stuff. Hit up Kennedy because her mom can bake.
And can I meet your mama? I can eat. She can bake. I can eat.
So Kennedy's mom was a vendor at our last event, and so just her mom has now become part of our Freedom Braider community. And I just wanted to say to anybody who's listening that I would say one of the things I get out of it is being able to be in this space with my baby. I only have one daughter, and I love my sons, but being able to be in that space with her and because it's passing down the torch to her. Right. And seeing her blossom in this community space. We always want our daughters and children to be these, they say the doctors, the teachers or law enforcement, whatever it may be. But she's in social services. She wants to give back. She's about being in a community. And that's what I'm getting out of it. And being able to pass the message of folks to stay out of that very dark space.
Yeah, it's really something.
That's what I love about it because you are, you're doing it as a family, but then you're growing your family. And that's what community is all about, right? Like uplifting each other, like not judging, but have to call out what's wrong sometimes. We got rules, but not judging and helping each other to move forward, to work past the different traumas. Because we don't want to do that alone. We don't have to do that alone. And I just love everything that both of you are doing, just because you are like you see it, but you're really doing it too. It's not just this talk. And then the social media is amazing. So make sure that you follow at Freedom Braiders because they take you on their adventures. They let you into their life. And they show you how to do it. And you get to meet all the other braiders. I started following everybody. I was like, doop, doop, follow, reshare, okay. And then all the different events, you know what I mean? It's super open. It's like you don't even have to be into braiding. There's so much more to it. So I just what a blessing it is to have you here and to be doing the work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and when I was coming up, they had this saying, and it's so true. It takes a village.
Yes.
It takes
to raise the child.
It does.
And if you came in up, not that it was perfect when I was coming up.
Yeah.
I know, but I know one thing. I got checked by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Not only at home. In fact, look. I got checked worse sometimes. And then people used to get me and take me home. So I had people looking eyes on me all the time. And, we went through a time and, that whole Krakow thing, Kane thing just broke down.
Yeah.
Broke down the village. In fact, what was uh, uh, abnormal seemed normal.
Mm.
Funerals, prison, and all of that. And that, and a part of our job, and was telling people, no, that ain't normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you know,
Yeah.
but it's not normal. And it takes people who want to see the village healthy.
Yeah.
And to jump in that. And you can't, I don't know, sometimes, you can't, I always say teaching is a calling. You have to be called to do that work.
Yeah.
You just can't create it, Joanna. You can't like put a call out, it's got to be in here.
Well, I said I wasn't going to go back to the jail. And look.
Yeah.
I'm in 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got to be that. And
I mean, Kennedy didn't call me for like 2 weeks, and I hit her up, and I was like, "Why you haven't called?"
Oh, I'll be doing that.
What's going on?
Yeah, I'll be doing.
I haven't seen you post.
No,
Not sharing nothing.
no.
So sorry. I just been had a lot going on, and I think that's what since we started Freedom Braiders.
Post it because I don't want to be worried.
Yes, I don't want to be worried. Just a simple
real
DM,
quick.
an emoji. I don't care what it looks like. Just send me something that you alive and free. That you
Yeah.
That's all. And since we started Freedom Braiders, we've had seven students who've gotten out. And I
Who's
think
the one you brought last time?
Nikki,
how's she doing?
Nikki's doing good.
Good. I know
doing
she's
good.
down in
Merced.
Yeah. So she's
doing
a little
good.
bit out the way,
Yep.
but yeah.
She's out the
doing
way.
all right.
She's staying tucked. We just had a FaceTime call with her last week, and we all checked in. And I think that's the beautiness of Freedom Braiders. It doesn't end inside there. And exactly what she said, was to keep them connected, whether it's to get them housing or jobs or whatever it may be. Joanna would put you on.
Josh, go ahead and say it. Say it, Josh.
Josh.
Joanna will put you on a milk cart and she don't hear from you. She's gonna hear from you.
He said Joanna will put you on a milk carton if she has not heard from you.
I was screenshot your picture and posted all over social media.
Right.
The missing has not called me.
Well, that's the, you see, and there's a difference between thanks and gratitude. Lady E is really good about that. Thanks is spoken word. Thank you. Gratitude is an action word.
Yes.
Gratitude is not just saying, thank you for inviting me for Thanksgiving dinner. The food was good. Gratitude is thank you, and I'm gonna clean up. Show you, right? And I always tell people take the next step. That's really how you show how you feel about everything that's been done for you. It's through gratitude.
And that's why I think gratitude also to our system partners. A lot of people I get criticized all the time. Joanna, how can you be working with the sheriff's department? Especially with being impacted by the system or your personal life or whatever.
Because you want things to be
Because I
better.
want things to be better. You gotta work, you gotta make those things better. And I have a lot of gratitude to both of the sheriffs, Sheriff in Alameda County, the only, a Latina woman who's running that facility, Sheriff Miyamoto. And I mean, I just went to one of his presentations last week and he mentioned Freedom Braiders. I was like, oh, he's recognizing our program and they really believe in what we do. And so shout out to the Sheriff's Department for inviting us to that space and trusting us. And we hope that we can continue to collaborate. Shout out to San Mateo County who came to our graduation in Santa Rita. So if there's anybody out there who's listening who got a hookup with any county, we ready for you. We ready for you. We would love to go to San Joaquin County. Stockton needs some love. And shout out to Stockton. We want to go to your facility. We want to help women stay alive and free. So please let us know. DM Dr. Marshall if he wants to.
It's San Quentin.
I can't wait.
San Quentin, yes.
April. We got another one.
Oh, did you say?
Yeah.
Get to experience some more joy. Yeah, it's the San Mateo.
San Mateo County. We'll be going. Yes, San Mateo. And just to put it out there, March 29, we are hosting the Art of Braiding Expo at Ghana in San Francisco. This expo is very special. It's dedicated to the women inside. And so this expo, we hear them, we see them, we love you, and we're dedicating this expo to them. We have braiders coming from all over, from Miami, New York, Texas, and they're coming down to be in community with us. So we're bringing braiders from everywhere, and hopefully they'll take Freedom Braiders with them back home to their city and state, because that's what it's about.
Been remarkable once again. The Freedom Braiders on Street Soldiers. Man, I could have y'all on every week, but I can't. Because it's who made this song years ago? Was it God? What was that song? Joy, Joy, Joy. Who made Black Street? Right? I don't know if you know that song. You might be too. Y'all can't be too young for that song. Bringing me joy, joy, joy.
I'm definitely too young.
No. Because Black Street made a lot of songs. No Diggity was one of them, but
I think I heard of that.
Yeah. It's all joy. That's what I'm saying. And there's enough mess in the world. Yeah. You put the wrong person in charge, and that's what we're going through right now. I always tell the young people, be careful who you put in charge of your life, right?
Yes.
But it's all joy. You want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say that Freedom Braiders does a lot inside, but we got to give them their flowers because a lot of them host classes. A lot of them do events for the community. Sani has one coming up where she's giving out free haircuts to the homeless. And nice. Shout out to Sani. She got a flyer coming soon. Jazz is doing a braiding class soon. JoJo's doing a braiding class. So they're doing a lot of great stuff outside and individually. So really, all of you guys really deserve your flowers. It's not just what they do inside the jails, but they actually work really hard outside on their own platforms and really trying to do stuff for the community.
Absolutely. Shout out to because the Freedom Braiders ain't Freedom Braiders without the braiders.
Yeah.
So Bree Jazz, Too Solid, Jazz Styles, Sonny, DJ, D Honey, Monica, Braided SF, babies. Like I could walk away tomorrow. DJ, like this program would not be nothing without them. So thank you, Tati, because it is important, and they all have their own journey.
Freedom Braider, it's Freedom Braiders.
Correct. Yeah. Yes.
Well, Annie B wants to say that if it wasn't, but you give your love so easily and freely. I think that's so important. And then to hear that other people, are doing it as well, like you're inspiring, it's sparking something inside of them, and like it doesn't have to be hard, you know what I mean, to love and to do those little things like wipe the tables down with the eucalyptus, right? Like thank you. It just gave me chills.
Yes.
Thank you for pouring yourself, who you are, into everybody else.
Yeah,
we
thank
wouldn't
you.
be here without you.
Joanna feels good about being good.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and you look good.
And look good.
And also being creative. Like shout out to my girl Tanish Hollins. We collaborated with her. We did our, collaborating with her and giving out free braids and haircuts at all of her expungement clinics. So we're thinking outside the box. It's not just in the jails. Like I really see the next time we come here, like I sometimes I'm like, okay, I talked to my CEO. He goes, one day at a time, Joanna. Because I'm like, we need to really do this. Like it's not just braiding. It's like it's a movement, and I feel it, and I know that we're gonna take this somewhere else, and I feel it on a preventative side, on an intervention side, breaking cycles to generational incarceration. That's something core and deep in my heart. But expungement clinics, like we're doing some amazing work with amazing partners, and so if anybody listening wants to be part of the movement, we're not blessing blockers. This is our program. This is the community's program. This is not just Freedom Braiders. We are for the community, about the community.
And trust me, if they don't do it right, it ain't gonna work anyway.
Right.
I tell people all the time, if you ain't gonna do it right, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So hey, you ain't the one.
Yes. Yes.
All right, we're gonna let y'all get out of here. Thank you very much, Freedom Braiders. Thank you for joining us. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. More to come, more lives to save, more people to stay alive and free.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Good
Have a good
night.